What's up, Mets fans? Welcome back to Talking Mets with Rob. How is everybody doing? Before I get started talking about the breaking news, don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you're enjoying my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos, and when I go live, you guys know what to do. Hit on that subscribe button, everybody. All right, guys. So late last night, the New York Mets have acquired Jesse Winker from the Washington Nationals, and the Mets finally get that extra bat on the bench that can finally replace DJ Stewart. The Mets get the lefty bat that they were looking for. There was some talks that Michael Conforto was another target for the New York Mets, but it seemed like Jesse Winker was a better fit considering the season he is having, and we will actually look at his stats, his contract, and everything else in this video so we get a better idea of what we're getting from Jesse Winker. As we know, earlier in the season, Jesse Winker hit a game-winning home run against the New York Mets, and now he is wearing the orange and blue, and he is an excellent addition to the New York Mets. David Stearns is cooking, Mets fans. He's done an excellent job so far at this trade deadline, or at least approaching this trade deadline, getting Maton, getting Stanek, now getting Jesse Winker. 2 bullpen arms and a bat. He sees the needs of this team and he goes out and get them. Now, the next thing he might have to do is get one more bullpen arm and probably a starter. So he's got a couple of days until the deadline. He's working the phones. He's clearly getting the needs of this team. So far, he's done the job. You have to ask yourself, what are the needs of this team? And is our GM or president of baseball ops getting the players that we need, or getting positions that are needed on this team? So far, so good. He's got 2 bullpen arms, and he got that bench piece left-handed bat that is going to replace DJ Stewart. That is 3 wins in my book, right? We haven't seen Stanek yet, obviously, but he's available. He's in the bullpen. He's ready to go when Mendoza calls his name. So once again, guys, the breaking news, Jesse Winker to the Mets from the Washington Nationals. There hasn't been any news on what the Mets have given up, but because Jesse Winker is a free agent after this year, as we'll look at right over here, he's making $1.5 million, a little bit of a sign, extra bonuses depending on what he does, but it's $1.5 million for this year. He's a free agent after this year, but his stats are extremely good for a guy that, you know, was a Mets killer when he faced us when he was with the Reds. We all know about the waving of the hand with fans, and you know, he spoke very good of Met fans when he was with the Reds, when he was with the Reds and all that stuff as well. So, you know, they had a little fun back and forth with Winker and the fans a couple of years ago. That was a lot of fun. Now he joins the team and he says he loves this fan base, and this was when he was with the Reds. So he gets to get the full spectrum of Mets fans wearing the orange and blue. So look at his numbers this year. Actually really good. On base 374, slugging 419, OPS of 793. He's batting 257, which is around his career average. He has 11 home runs, played, 81 hits, 315 at-bats. Really, really good year for Jesse Winker, and he's going to be a good addition. He's pretty good defensively, so we can play, the corner outfield for the most part. In worst case scenario, he can play center field if need be, if there's an emergency. But he's a corner outfielder, good defensive player. So the Mets are getting a solid player. So Jesse Winker could fill the role of Marte if Marte is still a ways away of coming back. You can play him almost every day if you need to. But he's also, in his career, came off the bench as a pinch hitter, late in game defensive replacement. He is a guy that can do all aspects of the game. You need him to start, he'll perform. You need him to be on the bench, he'll shut his mouth and do his job. That's the type of player you want. You want a versatile player that doesn't mind. Obviously, all these players want to start, but also doesn't mind that if he's on the bench, he'll find a way to help the team defensively or coming up in a big spot late in the game, pinch hitting. So Jesse Winker to the New York Mets from the Washington Nationals. There hasn't been much about what the Mets have given up, but as a rental, as a bench player, it's probably not a lot. It's a possibility that you might give an outside top 30 minor leaguer and obviously you're taking on the remainder of the salary. I don't think it's much at all. This is similar to like a Kelly Johnson, Juan Uribe type of trade that go back to 2015. It's a very similar trade deadline from 2015. The Mets needed bullpen help, right? They needed a couple of bench pieces, and they were doing that prior to the deadline. And what you're waiting for is that one big move. Are the Mets gonna go after a big bullpen arm over the next couple of days before the deadline? I still think they will. So Jesse Winker to the New York Mets will replace DJ Stewart and is a guy that has had a good season. It's a left-handed bat. He plays good defensively, and he has an attitude. He plays with an attitude on the field, with emotions. Mets fans will love him. A lot of Mets fans wanted Jesse Winker, and now they got him. So with that said, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of the acquisition of Jesse Winker to the New York Mets. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, Mets fans, let's go Mets.